just heard Alex Jones say that Prince Charles is a direct descendant of Dracula.
What was good with all that
That's
stuff?
not Vlad the Terrible, is it? I'm Vlad the Impaler. That's who Dracula is.
What was all that stuff going on with Oprah and the Queen?
Ooh, Jake, I want to get your opinion on this.
Because I didn't look
used to
into
be
any
pretty
of
big
it.
into the royal family.
Still am. Shocker. The idolized white family that controls 60% of, not minority in their countries, but not white people countries were racist. That's crazy.
Is that all it was? Is like who was it?
The institution itself. So there's two parts of the royal
but who
family.
were the two people? Like it was
Meghan
Markle,
Meghan and Harry.
Harry. So Charles has two sons. William, who's going to be the king. He's the firstborn. He's the heir. And then Charles.
And then
Harry. Harry's the younger one. He's kind of always been a wild child.
Yeah,
he actually dressed up as Hitler one time.
Legend.
So yes, a couple months ago or something, right?
What?
They left
is
the
when
royal family.
Meghan Markle and Harry, they're married now. They left the royal
Spin
family.
zone though.
What?
And I guess this is really what I'm getting to. How much does Meghan have to do with Harry leaving the family?
So he was going to get like a Dukeship, which comes with a title, responsibilities, all the endowments, which is like the amount of money that they have, right? So he gave up his right to get part of the institutional fortune by giving up his title. And I feel like that doesn't affect him as much as it would have like back in the day though, because he's still like famous for being who he is. Right,
so
and that's why
without that money, he's gonna be okay. Like he's still gonna.
No, yeah, absolutely. But like back in the day, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he was born, raised a certain way like that. Like the institution is everything. There's 2 points. There's the figurehead, which is the family, and then there's a bunch of people behind it that are like shady people.
Epstein.
I mean, that was Prince Andrew. Andrew's
but he was
a weirdo before, I guess.
Yeah, I mean he definitely was, but like it's all mixed together.
I don't think that you can really get too far into any type of like royal family without finding some nasty shit though.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
they're all inbred.
Exactly. That was the whole basis of every royal family in the world was all inbred for centuries.
The queen and the queen's husband are cousins.
Yeah. Also, the queen's husband's still alive, right?
Barely.
Yeah, those guys. I mean, people talk about the queen being old. That guy is. I
didn't even know the queen had a husband. I've only ever seen her.
Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of.
Watch The Crown on Netflix. The Crown on Netflix is crazy.
Really? The show?
Yeah. They just they have a good way of explaining how like these people aren't people to them. They are assets.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Family. Yeah.
So Jake, watching this Oprah interview, did it change? What was your opinion of Meghan Markle, and did it change yet?
I mean, she wasn't the first woman or anybody to really break tradition in that way. I mean, early 30s, the guy who's in William's position now, the heir to the crown, was advocating the crown because he fell in love with a divorced woman, which at that point was very scandalous. Yeah. So he almost brought down the entire marketing. And then Liz's dad took over in World War II and all this stuff, and he died.
Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah. So and then Di was famous for it. They have a big thing of like no divorce because they're the head of the church.
Yeah.
And like.
So at the end of the day here, what was going on? Like, what was the interview all about with them?
Okay, so the whole thing with them was the institution started to like fuck with her mental state, which is becoming increasingly more important and everything. She wasn't used to being an asset the way Harry was.
Yeah.
And when you're in the background like that, no one gives a shit. Like she was locked in the house for 4 days before, like for 4 months before like quarantine and everything. She would be locked away with her baby for like 4 months at a time. No one would talk to her. Like, and Harry would have to do stuff and have engagements because that's his responsibility.
Like, why though? Like, why did they want her in public?
When she's out, the tabloids and everything. So like, they didn't want any unwanted press and like have their press office have more work to do with handling stories.
That's ridiculous.
I know.
So I guess that's the point of the interview then, huh?
The point of the interview was that the institution was like saying, I think the biggest thing was they were like discussing how dark Meghan Markle and Harry's baby was going to be.
If they
yeah,
Like there was like
somebody
racial implication there that they
Yeah.
were going to, that it would be negative if it was too dark. Like how would that look? And then they weren't going to give the kid security or a title, so he wasn't entitled to any of the money. He wasn't going to get protected by a security team, and he would have all the press and everything. Like he would.
Yeah, that's pretty
Well, they
crazy.
also, I know
Yeah.
a point that they made when they were talking to Oprah was like, we don't have any royal security anymore, but they definitely have private security still.
Yeah, but
and
now
also
they're
when
probably
they
paying
when
for
they
it.
what is the word? Is it defected?
Advocate? Advocate.
But whatever. They were gonna move to Canada,
I thought
and
they did.
no, they live in LA now
Oh, I didn't know.
because so they were gonna move to Canada, and it was gonna be like, well, who's gonna pay all your stuff? And they were like, oh, the taxpayers will pay it.
They get diplomatic
And then
immunity.
that didn't really go over so well with them.
I didn't watch the interview, so I just don't know.
Oh, okay. So they live in LA now because Meghan Markle's an actress. She was on the show Suits. She was married to
I didn't even know she was an
producer.
actress.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's an actress.
I didn't really know who
I
she
don't-
was.
I
I don't know.
Well,
anything
She was
like
like
about
a
her.
B-list.
So
I mean
All right,
B-list
so-
maybe.
Yeah.
Hitler bad, royal family also potentially bad.